wake up, they're feeding us lies. They're playing games with our minds, it's no surprise. They're selling dreams, but we're paying the price. They control the narrative, but we'll take back our lives. They're telling us what to think, what to do, but we won't be fooled. We're breaking through, breaking through. Their propaganda we can see right through. We're waking up, ain't nothing they can do. They lie to you.
Hello everyone, this is part 2 of White People Origins. For years, fake historians have turned around the subjects of the Sea People, but as we saw in the previous video, we are the only one who discovered their true origins and location in the Quran, as God told us in the story of Dhul-Qarnayn. After my research, I discovered that there are 3 groups of invaders who came from Antarctica: the Sea People, the Barbarians, Wild Men, and the Turkic Horde. Today we will begin with the Sea People. History is filled with mysterious people whose origins remain a mystery. The Sea Peoples, a name that strikes curiosity, are one of those enigmatic groups. Who were they? And what was their first encounter with the mighty Egyptian civilization? Join us as we dive into the ancient world to uncover the story of the Sea Peoples and their clash with Egypt. The Sea Peoples were a confederation of seafaring raiders who appeared during the late Bronze Age, around the 12th century BCE. They are one of the most puzzling groups in ancient history. As we know now, their origins is Antarctica fake historians have no clue till today. They call them by various names: Philistines, Sheridan, Pelesit, and more, but their exact identity remains a mystery to them, or maybe they are concealing. The Sea Peoples came from across the sea, maybe because Antarctica was becoming frozen. What they all had in common was their incredible naval skills, which allowed them to raid and destroy the great cities of the Eastern Mediterranean, including those of Egypt, the Hittites, and the Mycenaeans. The Sea Peoples appeared out of nowhere, they said. Their rise coincided with a period of unprecedented upheaval in the Eastern Mediterranean. Around 1200 BCE, the world was in chaos. The Bronze Age of the Black civilizations, the Hittite Empire, Mycenaean Greece, and the Egyptian New Kingdom were all in decline. Cities were being destroyed, trade routes were disrupted, and societal structures crumbled. In the midst of this turmoil, the Sea Peoples began to move. They sailed from place to place, raiding coastal cities and terrorizing entire regions. Their attacks contributed to the end of several powerful black kingdoms, but it was their first clash with Egypt that would leave an indelible mark on history. The first recorded encounter between the Sea Peoples and Egypt happened during the reign of Pharaoh Ramses III, around 1175 BCE. Egypt, despite being one of the last great powers standing, was struggling with internal strife and external threats. During this time, the Sea Peoples launched a massive invasion from both the Mediterranean Sea and the Eastern Desert. The Egyptians, however, were not easily intimidated. Ramses III, a ruler famed for his military prowess, responded quickly. He assembled a powerful army, both on land and at sea, to face the threat. The battle between the Egyptians and the Sea Peoples is depicted in vivid detail on the walls of the Medinet Habu Temple in Luxor. One of the most famous battles between the Sea Peoples and Egypt occurred in the Nile Delta. As the Sea Peoples advanced, they attempted to land on the Egyptian coast, hoping to plunder and conquer. Ramses III, however, was prepared. The Egyptians mounted a fierce defense, using their chariots and skilled archers to push back the invaders. On the Nile itself, Egypt's ships clashed with the Sea Peoples' vessels, which were faster and more agile. The battle was long and grueling, but ultimately, the Egyptian forces were victorious. The Sea Peoples were repelled, their invasion thwarted. Yet, the victory came at a heavy cost. The Egyptians, although successful, were left weakened, and the effects of the invasion would echo throughout the Egyptian Empire. Despite their victory, the Egyptian Empire never fully recovered from the Sea People's invasions. The conflict drained Egypt's resources, and the destabilization caused by the Sea Peoples contributed to the slow decline of the Egyptian New Kingdom. Over time, some of the Sea Peoples settled in the territories they had attacked, and others joined the army of the Egyptians and were allowed to settle in the area, such as the Philistines in Canaan, others in Italy, Greece, Malta, and all the area, who will later become a prominent force in the region and take the identity of the ancient black people they erst. That's how they came to settle in those areas. But while we uncover their identity today, the Sea People's full history was elusive and hidden until now. Their encounter with Egypt stands as one of the most significant clashes and a fight they faced in the ancient world. Their raid marks the end of an era in the Mediterranean and the beginning of a new, uncertain age. Want to learn more about ancient history? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, stay woke.